What's going on, fellow viewers? As by the title, I give you Luna or Ruka, however you want to pronounce it, from the anime and manga. You have the Ancient Fairy deck, and this is a mixture of the manga and the anime new retrained monsters that she played, like Karibans and Spore. So, um, one of the things, 5D synchros, some of their decks were very good to actually just play for fun, but this is more on the budget aspect, very cheap to play. Cards don't really cost much, people don't really value cars, and we have a special feature of a venture package in here just to help with dealing with like hand traps and the meta. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this package of the deck. We have 3 Regulus, the Fairy Beast. It allows you to add a spell or trap that mentions Ancient Fairy Dragon from your deck to hand, and during the main phase, you can special summon from your hand a Fairy Beast or a plant. They just have to be a light, so a light monster that is a beast, plant, or a fairy. You get special summon. And when it's in graveyard, you can banish this card to put a field spell in the bottom of the deck and draw 1 card. So this deck does have a lot of drawing in it. We have the new Beast Light tuner that came into Duelist Advance. Yummy players are playing this now, attacking 1 or siding it because defense get a boost, and they can't target your defense monster with card effects. So common tech cards from the set. Also, we have Spore, the Fairy Seed. I just run 2. I don't want to run 3 for too cloggy too much. It being a tuner and not having non-tuners in hand. So consistency wise with tuner monsters and non-tuners in the deck, you want to have a good balance. Also, we have the Greybonds, the fairy one. If you spell something this while Ancient Fairy Dragon or your Light Beast or plant are on the field, it can treat it as a tuner. It can become a tuner. So you have that, but if you normal summon this, it will not be a tuner. So be mindful. If you have to normal summon this is how you get the level 4 synchro with level 3 beast in here by normal summoning this. We have Y.G.O, the Noble Knight of the Forest. Beast is really a manga card. It allows you to add a Fairy Tale Prologue from deck to hand. If you have one in your graveyard already or on field, you get to draw instead. So another draw engine with your beast. And when you have a field card in your field zone, your opponent can only select this card for attacks. When this card is destroyed, you get to lose. Your opponent monster lose 500 attack. So getting over high defense when this card is destroyed is not really. And to go along with the Y.G.O, we have Bat, the Force Ninja, just being a level 3 tuner that can be able to special summon itself when you have a field zone. And when it's normal sort of special summon, you can add any beast, so it gets you into your regular list if you don't have your regular list, to open up the more combos with your Ancient Fairy Dragon, just to establish a board with high defense. Adventure tokens, we have the 1 Wandering Griffin and the Water Enchantress of the Temples for my adventure monster package. And last but not least, I'm kind of taking it in because it is a light fairy, so you can special summon off a regulars, but lock your opponent that play anything, so they can only special summon light monsters. For special tech, field spells, because we play Ancient Fairy Dragon and we get to search our field spell off the monsters, I'd rather have the monster count at high than playing terraforming. But terraforming is something you can make it into a 39 card deck with playing a terraforming. 2 probably just because you want 1 in the deck and then you want 1 in the graveyard. If you ever get 2 in the graveyard, you put 1 back with the regulars. But Spirit, you can just search your monster that mention Ancient Fairy Dragon from deck to hand, so you get all your pieces with that. So just another filler. You could bump this up to 3, or you could try to find space for the Hermedes fill spell. This build I do not play the adventure token fill spell, but 1 Faithful Vision, 1 Draco Bat, Bernal, the Noble Arm of Light, just because the full package, and just having another equip card in the deck just for nostalgia with the adventure token engine. Harvey Feather Duster and off the spells just because your opponent can have a lot of spells, a lot of things that erupt you. Taking in 2 lost wins because just be able to reuse it when your opponent's supposed to something from the extra deck, but also just when you know you need it for your next turn to turn something off, you have a way to turn a special monster from the extra deck effect off. That's basically it can't get over your defense, but you still need to negate the effect, so you have lost wins for that. Also, additional turn off effect, you have Eternal on Shine, so lost win might be replaced for something else when it comes down to it. Like I could put Honest, and it's just other things you can play in, more light beast stuff, light fairies, just any other things you can try to tech in instead of lost, like impermanence if you're playing impermanence. Eternal Sunshine, we have 2 Solemn Warnings and 2 Solemn Judgment. I feel like with the Ancient Fairy Dragon life points, you gain the life points, but also running into other people that might be teching Judgment. This format, it just, you want to have the Judgment for the Judgment when they try to stop you, and Solemn Warning just deal with other monsters. Your other monsters, your annoying monster that might be a problem. On to the extra deck. Got a little female tokens from Duel's Advanced box. 1 link monster just to have in here, just to tag 1, because there's a lot of things out there that's a thing that's light, so you might want to use it, especially with yummies out there. Star Eater just for the high level ceiling. Yes, you can play Crimson Dragon. Get a Crimson Dragon if you have a Crimson Dragon, but I tech a 1 Star Eater because I have it, because level manipulation from 7. 2 Ancient Fairy Life Dragons and 2 Ancient Fairy Dragons. Honestly, you can play 3 of each of these, starting off 6 cards, and playing Pot of Avarice instead of the Lost Win, or Pot of Prosperity instead of Lost Win, Pot of Extravagance to draw more. Clear Wing Single Dragon, I feel like this deck with the Clear Life Dragon, you have a more with Ancient Fairy Dragon being able to summon level 4 lower, like tuners. Even if you play a Fat Veiler instead of the Lost Winds, you be able to. Or it's another thing like Lullaby of the Obedience, calling your opponent Fat Veiler if you're playing against Blue Eyes in a mirror match to get their Fat Veilers from their deck. So just other things you can play instead of Lost Winds to help out. Aroma Phase, Rosemary, because it's a generic level 5 light and it's a plant, so it helps out with increasing your synchros. We got Allied Justice because yummies is the thing and they're all light, so you want to have that. Level 4 Herald of the Light. Honestly, I don't know too many good light fairy ritual monsters that I would want to play to abuse this in, but I'm just thinking about the deck being light fairy based and stuff. Cyphering Omega, Zeta to tech, just attacking the Zeta for level 7s. Vanaga, the Moon Eating Dragon. Vanaga, the Maple Maiden is kind of special in here because you can treat her light and then get the effects from hand on your next falling turn. So when you do, you can just change her attribute to be light, and she's already a fairy. And we have the golden dragon beast, because you, with the adventure package and the being able to special summon your water entrenchers, you just be able to sync with the bat sometimes, or sync with the spore. So you need levels like in between 4 and 5, just be able to do it, because you're gonna need to go in your use extra monster effects with your adventure tokens, because your other effects is not going. And remember, always normal summon Regulus before doing adventure token, because Regulus effect on normal summon will not be able to search a spell and trap if you need to search a spell and trap while trying to dodge hand traps. But this concludes my deck profile of it. Some other cards I was thinking, man, you got Silverwing, Form of Synchronous Possible, you know, Tekken More, you have Stay Sailor, Ramona, you got Unicorn Beast, Familiar. I hope Konami has a retrain coming for Sunlight Unicorn, just to get equip cards. Like I said, Honest, or basically some of the other light stuff you can mess around with in here if you didn't want to do the adventure package and do just ratio count of other light beasts and plants. So this is Y.G.O-LYFE with Ancient Fairy Dragon deck profile, Luna deck profile. Y.G.O-LYFE signing out.